Hey guys, Kristen Collins. Hope you're doing well. And this week wanted to touch in on how you're addressing and dealing with the fear of the unknown. This has been something that's come up a number of times this week from different friends and even folks just in shared community on social media, where there's a lot of paralyzation going on right now and frustration and just outright fear from not being able to understand what's in the future. And so what I wanted to address today was us to really pause a moment and think about that. Because while we can think that we're predicting what a future is like, or we can think we're ensuring against maybe a negative in the future, or we're trying to set ourselves up to be as successful in the future or as secure in the future. And that's all wonderful and that's all necessary. And we should cast a vision for what we would like our future to look like and plan accordingly and work towards that goal. But what we have to remember is there are no guarantees, and the unknown is the only guarantee. That life is not stagnant or finite or guaranteed. It's actually just the opposite, and we're constantly thrown curveballs to help us reassess and reevaluate and adjust and learn lessons. So life really does not move forward with this guaranteed outcome as hard as we work to control our future. And so what I've been encouraging some dear friends to do this week, as you know, there's been some major things throwing them off their game, and that fear of not understanding what the future could look like, and that helplessness of not having that security. I'm gently reminding them that that was actually what was happening all along. And that we can come up with a strategy or come up with an outcome that we're expecting, and there's quite possibly that's going to be what we experience. But there are no guarantees in life except that life is going to change. It is not stagnant. And we need to be in flow and be flexible and have the capacity to address and experience a new situation that we were not planning for. I was able to have a great conversation on Raw Real Talks Healing Edition with the founder of the site, Mariama Kamara. And it was really cool because she asked me some of my lessons in shifting my mindset and getting out of that negative headspace. And I cited my first marriage. And I guarantee you that I did not see a divorce coming. I actually worked very hard for all of my life to set myself up to never, ever, ever get a divorce. And what did I end up attracting 8 months into my marriage was a divorce. And I was completely devastated and blindsided and floored. And it set me back for a couple of years trying to figure out how to move forward from that lack of certainty. But as I reflected on that experience, and I was able to share that with Mariama, and it's in my book, Her Phoenix Rising, I think what I learned there was early in my adulthood was that life does not have guarantees, and there is no 100% security. And, something like a marriage is as well intended as that is, it's a piece of paper and it's a verbal agreement with a handshake and a kiss in front of God that, till death do us part. But life throws us those curveballs. So this week, I'm hoping to bring into light that we are not able to hang on to security blankets and predict at 100% accuracy what the future holds. And our health and our well-being and our optimal lens has to be able to embrace that in order for us to not go from surviving and being fear-based, but to actually living and thriving through all of that uncertainty. So I invite us to sit in the discomfort of the unknown and deal with the frustrations in real time, and take the time when something throws you off your game to pause and really think about it. And I think the pandemic is teaching us that, if nothing else, right? How are we moving forward and not just surviving, but being well and being love and thriving through difficult situations? And we're not going to be able to do that if we're hanging on to something that we need to be permanent, because life is not permanent. It is constant evolution and change. So I hope that just diving a little bit deeper into that topic this week helps you navigate your current realm. And as always, I really appreciate your comments and your shares. The conversations that I've been having have been so inspirational, and I love being able to have this conversation with people and just say, hey, I see you, I hear you, I understand what you're going through. But take the time and digest and learn what who you were in that experience. Assess what brought you to that experience. Were there things you would change if it was to happen again or next time? Are there things you can learn and grow from? And really sitting in that discomfort and embracing the fact that life is definitely constantly changing, and we can't hang on to things. We don't want to be just surviving. We want to be thriving. So until next week, I look forward to hearing from you and being in touch with you. As always, it really, really inspires me. And I look forward to connecting next time. And until then, be love. Bye.